More arcade tokens drop today, bug situation updates, and the new 5-star featured is released. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news for Wednesday.
Look, I'm not saying that Beast has lice, but Beast definitely has fleas.
Anyway, moving on.
Selfie!
Yes, indeedy, we've got quite the news to go over in today's show. So make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, because we're going to try and push this year to 70,000 subscribers. It's a bit more than we did last year, but, you know, if people could do that, it'd be absolutely amazing. Let's try and get to 70k by the end of the year. So please hit the subscribe button and put post notifications on all. That would be absolutely corkingly smashing. Thank you very much. Also, something to point out is that on the second channel, we're going to do some more Marvel Realm of Champions. As a lot of you know, I'm having immense fun playing Marvel Realm of Champions currently, and free to play. I'm currently free to play in game and grinding pretty well as it goes. But if you want to come on by to the live stream, we're going to drop later on today. Fingers crossed for the cable arriving. Then please go across and subscribe over there, and I'll see you later on. But before we get into today's news, I want to give a massive thank you to those that support the channel through the medium of Patreon, YouTube membership services, and as well those that support over on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. If again my new cable arrives in time, I should be able to live stream some Marvel contest as we do some more exploration of Cavalier difficulty. Thank you so much. And then next week we'll do 7.1, and after that Abyss of Legends if Aegon's fixed. But let's face it, I don't think Aegon's going to be fixed this month. Now our first story begins with Scarlet Witch, or Scarlet Witch Classic. Now for a lot of people, we'll kind of look at the situation, and we've discussed this before. The problem with having another Scarlet Witch in game, and when it was meant to drop, and when certain things tie into this. Now you can see on screen, Scarlet Witch is now Scarlet Witch Classic. Not sure how I feel about this, especially with, like, well, it's still a good enough champion. I love my Scarlet Witch. I think she's amazing still. Just for a lot of fun, a bit of cheese, and just enjoyment. Use a lot in Cavalier difficulty once a month, and as well I've had immense fun in incursions. But it does put into question a lot of stuff with Scarlet Witch Sigil, or what we were told is Sigil. Now here's the thing, it could have tie-ins to do with WandaVision. As we looked at December and thought, hey, December 2020, aren't we meant to get a second champion? No, even though this was very much part of the story arc. Apparently this character was built with something in mind. And my two theories of this is either it's a trophy champion for those that complete something of a Legends difficulty, or maybe some special content that's coming out, or it's a case it's been delayed to something like February, and maybe the schedule's changed in order to cross-promote with the likes of WandaVision. Now, it could be a case that's true, or it could be a case that is false. This is something that Kabam will keep the cards very tight to their chest, and maybe if it's a case that they've got some Marvel-related NDA of some kind that they can't post this or kind of like showcase it because it's meant to have some kind of bearing. I don't know. Maybe there's going to be a special, unique challenge or quest, Elizabeth Olsen challenge, celebrity challenge, and then, you know, maybe this is going to be, I don't know. I really don't know. I doubt it. I think there's always going to be a monetized aspect for what has been built by Kabam. So look, February will be either the case of the finish of the running of the show, or it's going to be something towards the latter part of this month, and it's going to be a 3-champion month, or maybe it's going to be a case, it's going to be a 2-champion month with Scarlet Witch Sigil next month. Either way, I thought it was kind of weird that Scarlet Witch is now changed to Scarlet Witch Classic, and I guess this is going to be the new Scarlet Witch. The same way that Cap Marvel movie, which is Captain Marvel, replaces what was known as Captain Marvel, now it's Captain Marvel Classic. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that. Also, for those interested, arcade tokens, more drops today. So yes, you'll experience your other 8 tokens dropping very, very soon today. It's normally around the normal time of 10 a.m. PST time, 1800 hours GMT for me. And then you get the extra tokens, and you better grind out the side quest to your heart's content. And then we're going to be getting, I believe, a week from today, so that's the 20th. That's when your objectives reset. And that is when I feel that new objective of 2 types of difficulties, which was about, again, 150 units, will more than likely return. But we'll have to see what happens. Just a little reminder there. Next up, and do we have any update on the SpiderHam situation? If you don't know, and this is the problem, like last night I was like, do you know what, I've had a good opening, let's just go and see the champions I've got. Oh, game's crashed. Game's crashed. Let's just check it. I'll just rank up the game's crashed. Like, it's just a case of Every time you go to click on this champion, game crashes. It's not been the greatest month so far for bugs and just a lot of stuff with the game. It does leave me with just very disappointing, really. And I understand that, you know, in an Alliance War situation, it's ruined the experience of it. It really has. I know Kabambu put like yesterday, like, hi folks, could you please let us know if you're using Android or iOS and any other specifics about the particular issue. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. Excuse me. It's like it's effed. Like iOS, I mean, yeah, it could be on Android as well, but like it's definitely like I know of iOS, and it's just not nice. It's not nice what's going on at the moment. And it's even worse for like when you go to check the champion out. If you go into your champions section, if you go into anywhere, like you can get them from crystals and it's fine, but anywhere else just not. And it is just a case like just ruins the experience of anybody placing a SpiderHam. It ruins the interaction. It ruins the competitive edge, because what is the competition by putting SpiderHams on? Not excessively, as I said. There will be normal players that have a normal defense structure where SpiderHam is part of the defense team for whatever tactics or whatever needs, wants, desires by the Alliance officers and leadership. But when people have gone to abuse that and have kind of gone, hey, we can get a good win here, you put on a load of them, it's just like, has happened in some cases. But yeah, for certain interactions, it's just not nice. Just not nice at all, and something needs to be done just sooner rather than later. So I don't know why this isn't one of the top priorities right now. But in any case, moving on to some sort of good news out of this, and not the situation because it's still bad news, but good news when it comes to like what is going down with new crystals, new champions, and such like. And it's good to see that there's decent champions coming into the 5-star featured. I did my opening yesterday, went well. If you want to go check out the video, please do. And yeah, like Cosmic Ghost Rider, just man, eluding people's clutches in some ways. People are getting him in others. Congrats to those. But yeah, like there's some good stuff in here. There's a bit of a debatable factor as to like, well, Magneto, House of X, he's good in some ways. I do like myself an Immortal Abomination. However, I think this crystal is actually pretty solid. If you're looking for a 5-star feature to go for, this is actually a pretty solid option with 2 of the buff champions that are coming in. Actually 3, sorry, I tell a lie. Many of the buff champions, sorry, that are coming in the next month, which I think is a nice touch. If Kabam go down that route, then that's good. We've got previous buff champions, some random ones, and then some, you know, and maybe Kabam saying that they've got some future champions they're going to be buffing up in the future. I don't know. You know, it's just cool to see a lot of usable champions in a 5-star feature for once. So yeah, congrats to anybody that's got some decent stuff. Also at this time, I'd like to kind of hopefully give you some positive news about Aegon, especially as I said, somebody that is looking towards doing an Abyss run, has Aegon as part of the key build. It's not just about Aegon. Yes, you can use other champions for Abyss of Legends runs, but for me, I've kind of situated my team around certain interactions and they are pretty much fine to do it, but I would require Aegon to be available in a fixed state. But at the moment, it is not the case. Command MiCo's update on this about a couple of days ago just says, sorry for the late reply here. We are aware of this issue and we are investigating it right now. We'll update you when we have more information. Yeah, like it's... I don't know what to say. I mean, we all kind of like know there's a problem. It's just a case that this must not be right up there in the top priority. Further update from Kabambu. Hi folks, this is just an update to let you know we're still working on fixing the issue. We apologise for the delay and thank you for your continued patience. Yeah, well, what can you really say? Like, it is something that would be great to be fixed sooner rather than later, especially for, you know, this is quite a major thing for some players that plan stuff. I know people that were in amidst a Abyss run at the time, and it is kind of like it's cost them. I say kind of cost them because it has cost them. You know, a scenario here. Just says, since there's no reasonable explanation, I started Abyss with broken Aegon because I didn't want to waste my 420 level 2 revives. which will expire in 3 days. Fury doesn't stack. I mean, that sucks. I mean, I probably would say, I hope everybody gets compensation about it. I don't think, I got to be honest, I don't think Command would compensate. I just got this feeling. I'd like them to, especially for some scenarios. I mean, for me personally, if Abyss was your only means of content, your last piece of content, don't do it, avoid it. My plan is, if Abyss is, or if my Aegon is not fixed, or Aegon is not fixed, for me to do my run in Abyss, to do Path 2, Path 3, and I believe I have enough time to do Path 4 this month, I'm just going to instead do 7.1 exploration, get that done and dusted, see where we are by the end of the month, and if it's not fixed, I'll go back into Act 6. So I'll waste more, I'll waste stuff in Act 6 to at least kind of explore a lot more of that. So yeah, that's kind of my process there with that, compared with this situation, which is just complete. Now, I did miss off talking about this, and that's because there's been lots of news to go over, bugs and whatnot, and that is Marvel Insider. Let's see what's on offer for Marvel Insider. So at the moment, there's this kind of rank up bundle, which is 2020 rank up bundle, which I think I missed off on, and you get, and it actually expires this week, funnily enough. Or in 4 days time. So 2 Zexanium crystals, 2 to 4 star 2020 champion crystals, 3 tier 1 alpha catalysts. That's not too bad, especially if you want rank up stuff. 5 tier 3 basics, some tier 4 basic catalyst, energy refills, and 15,000 gold. That's not too bad if you're looking for rank up options. Let's have a look at the bundle for Jubilee. You get Ultimate X-Men crystal and X-Men crystal. 10 3-star signature stones, 5 4-star signature stone crystals, 3 energy refills and 10,000 gold. That's not brilliant, really. There's ones where you get like revives and stuff, and I think that's the best time to kind of like pull the trigger and get some stuff. Even with that starter bundle, what's in there, it's more like signature stone orientated, so I guess that's down to personal preference. I don't know, if I was, and I think I don't ever like buy anything in Marvel Insider, because every time I do, they ban my account. So I just talk about it and then give people options of what I believe is good and bad. Yeah, nothing really kind of jumping out at me. If you need the tier 1 alpha, go for this one. Other than that, just save maybe to the next time where there's revives and other stuff that's in the... Now on to arena predictions. All predictions are down below at the moment. You can see them on screen. So when it comes to Jubilee, I do feel there's sufficient hype around the champion to get this champion up to at least a 58 mil cutoff. And it could be a case it might go higher. It just depends on where players are with interest. If you've seen some videos where you can produce a large amount of shock damage, it can be something of an interest. But if it's not going to be of interest to some players, then it could be a case it could drop down as low as 50 mil. But Jubilee, I think, has that nostalgia pop, and especially looking exactly like the 90s animated X-Men series, it gives that vibe that players want to go. So that's why I'm going with 58 mil, but potentially higher, potentially somewhat lower. With the 4-star version, I'm going with 11.5 mil. I just think that is a good enough cutoff point for that champion. And then finally, X23 for the basic, I'm going with 1.8 mil. All of those predictions, hopefully they come true if you're following them. And yeah, we'll see what the results lie on Sunday. There we go. That has been Marvel Contest of Champions news for Wednesday. Check out some recent content posted up above. Also, check out some other content over here on Rich's Realm. That's where you're going to find a lot of the Marvel Realm of Champions content. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.